Hey, what's up guys? I'm Reckless and welcome back to my channel. So, I know it has been a hot minute since I've actually been in a decent enough setup. And I know the lighting in here is not that great right now. I am still working on it. As you can tell, it is pretty echoey in here, which means this room is basically empty. So all I have right now is my computer set up. That is it. I have a rug in here and some posters that are laying on the ground that I'm trying to flatten out from the move. So yeah, it's kind of echoey in here, and I do apologize. And I also apologize that I look like a saggy rat. I just got out of the shower to get all the gel out of my hair. I did have to work today, so yeah, I'm gonna do a video about that as well, about how work has kind of been going for me. But for right now, this is going to be the week 3 of basic training that I know a lot of you guys have been asking for. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I also did want to start this video off by answering a few questions that I've been getting on my videos recently. I'm not going to touch on all of them. I think I'm going to do a whole video about some of them. But one of the questions was about PT and how I handled PT, because they weren't doing a lot of PT before they went to basic. And I believe this person is already shipped out, so I do apologize for that. I did respond to their comment, but this is just for the general public. So PT is what you make of it. It really is. You're gonna do it every day, whether that be in the morning or afternoon. I did half winter schedule and half summer schedule because of the time I went. So by the time that the new year hit, we were in winter schedule. So we were doing PT in the afternoon instead of in the morning. But we also did do PT in the afternoon for the first, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. I think it was only 2 weeks. So we did have PT at 3:30 in the afternoon instead, after that in winter schedule. Now, PT is not hard. I am not good at PT. I'm not. I'm going to be the first one to admit I can't run to save my goddamn life. And my first mile and a half was a 21-minute. Not good. But as long as you apply yourself and really work hard towards that PT goal that you have, they're going to get you there. But you have to put that work in. You're not going to get there if you don't work for it. My last mile and a half was 15:30 something. I think it was like 15:36. So I shaved off quite a bit of time. So it is doable. Just keep going. Really push yourselves and it'll be a piece of cake. The second question that I wanted to bring up was the hardest part of BMT. BMT in and of itself was not hard. It's not. It's super easy. You just do what you're told. It's annoying more than anything. It's just annoying. But what I reply to this comment with is the hardest part about basic training is getting along with everybody, because you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to be in a dorm room with 40, 50 other people. You're not going to get along with everybody. People are going to have very strong personalities that are going to clash with yours. Some people are going to be really strong-willed, really just strong personalities in general. You're gonna butt heads with people. You're gonna get in fights with people. Not like physical fights, but like arguments. We had so many arguments in my dorm, guys. So many. It was ridiculous. But yeah. So you just have to learn to not be in it, I guess. You just have to ride it out and just do what you're told. Don't involve yourself in drama. That's what I'm gonna say. Just be there. You just work there. Just do what you need to do. Don't get involved with drama. Now for the actual meat and potatoes of this video, which is week 3 of BMT. So I am, again, reading off of my journal. I haven't looked at this thing in a very long time. So we're gonna start off with week 3, and I did start that off on a Monday/Sunday. So, okay. So this was actually a fun day. So this was right before Christmas. So I think this was a week and a half before Christmas, something like that. So if you guys go over holidays, it's gonna be a little different than what I went through And if you don't go through any holidays, it's going to be different than what I went through as well. So, because I was there for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, mine looked really different than what most people's probably would look like. So, for that Monday and Sunday, Sunday is always a grilled cheese day. You will look forward to the grilled cheeses, guys. And when you're lucky enough to have the tomato soup that goes with it, sometimes they'll have the tomato bisque, which is really good, or like the tomato vegetable soup, which I didn't like very much, but the tomato bisque, fantastic. Let's see. Oh, that was week 2. My bad. Either way, still Sundays, grilled cheese days. And that was actually my first time being a chapel guide for the 0 weekers. So chapel guide, I got voluntold to do it. I did not volunteer for it. I am not religious in any way, other than maybe like witchy stuff. But I am not religious, so being told I had to be a chapel guide, I did not want to. But obviously I had to. So I got to take the 0 weekers to chapel on the 3rd week. So if you're a chapel guide, you'll get to do it your 3rd week and your 7th week, I think. I wrote it down. It's either 6th or 7th week that you get to take 0 weekers. And it's pretty fun, actually. So, you get to interact with the 0 weekers, you get to answer their questions and all that, because you are seniority to them. So, yeah, be nice to them. That's all I have to say. Let's see. So, Sunday and Saturdays, besides your first week, are going to be just a bunch of RLA and fend for yourself. And don't get in trouble for caught sleeping. So just keep that in mind. Most weekends are going to be like that. Most MTIs will not be there. Sometimes they'll come in and pop in to check in on you, but most of the times they'll have like somebody, like for us, we had Master Sergeant come in and check on us. He was super nice. I loved him. He was great. So just be on your P's and Q's. Know what you're supposed to be doing. Don't get in trouble. Standard stuff. Oh yeah. I don't really remember most of this anymore, but I guess we had a flight meeting, and most of our flight meetings and dorm meetings resulted in arguing. So that's kind of where that goes back to, you're not going to get along with everybody, but try your best. And that was actually our BX extravaganza. So because it was a week and a half before Christmas, we got to go to the big BX. So where we were in the 324th. So this building, I don't think exists anymore, or for people to actually live in. We were one of the last flights that actually got to be in the Alcatraz 324 before it got moved to Disneyland. There was one flight after us, and that was it. And so across from the 324th is a mini BX. So that's where we would go to get like our essentials. But because it was almost Christmas, we got to go to the big BX, the mini mall. And we got to shop for presents for our parents and whoever else. So I ended up getting my nephew a little stuffed animal monkey, I think it was, with an Airforce t-shirt. And apparently he loves that thing and doesn't put it down. And I got my mom some shirts. I got my boyfriend a gaming controller. Yeah. So, just stuff like that. It was fun, and it was a nice break. Obviously, you had to be with a wingman at all times. You couldn't be there alone. I actually have a picture. We had OCP Santa at the BX, so I actually have a picture on my fridge from there. I'll put it on the screen for you guys if I remember. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, what else happened? After the BX, we actually got to go back to the PRC where there were volunteers to wrap our presents and send them out for us. So that was, or not send them out for us, but wrap them and give us like labels and stuff, and then they would send it out, but we would have to pay for it, obviously. So yeah, that was Monday and Sunday. I don't have anything written down for Tuesday, so either I didn't remember that day or I just forgot about it. So I'm just gonna say, did RLA. I don't know. That's pretty. We probably just did RLA. I don't remember. Okay, so Wednesday we did our tactical movement class. So that's where you go out with your weapon and you move around the grounds tactically, and you learn like all the movements, like rally up, forward, all that kind of good stuff. And then we had 3 hours of drill that day. And I'm trying to remember to flip to the next page. My stuff is. Okay, so it doesn't say. But it does say Thursday that we got a phone call. So that 3-hour drill was actually called control. And we were out there for almost 4 hours. And it wasn't the entire flight. So it was just like half of us. And because we were out there for so long and we had a new MTI, which is why they do control a lot, we actually earned a phone call for being out there. We got a 15-minute phone call. So on Thursday, we got that phone call, and we had classes on finances, suicide awareness, military benefits, and we also had a strength PT day. So that seems like a pretty boring day, but you'll get those days a lot where it's just classes. So just try not to fall asleep in those. That's all I can tell you, because they are boring and they are hard to stay awake for. Same thing for Friday. We did a bunch of classes. I didn't write down what classes we actually took that day. Wow, we're already on Friday. Oh, Lord. Anyway, but what I did write down is it was a run day for PT, which a run day is you just run around the track. Well, track. We had it was on the drill pad for us. I don't know how Disneyland does it, but it was on the drill pad for us, and there was a bunch of rings, the red, yellow, blue, and green. So depending on what belt you were for running, that's the ring you would run around, and I was always a red belt. Actually, I was most of the time an orange belt. So the orange belt is just the orange reflective belt, and that signifies you're injured. So I had the orange belt a lot because I was always injured. I actually had a profile for running for a while because I hurt my ankle really bad. I actually fell off the pull-up bars because I went to grab it and my arm slipped off and I landed on my ankle sideways. And I didn't know until after I got to tech school, because I looked at my Genesis portal, I actually had 2 stress injuries in my ankle, which is why it was so painful for me to run. So on run days, I either ran and walked. So I ran for a minute, walked for 2, ran for a minute, walked for 2. I think that's what my profile was. Or I was on the bikes. So the bikes are actually, if you get injured, the bikes are actually a really good source of cardio. That, I'm pretty sure, helped me get my run time down. So if you get injured, tell somebody. You are not going to get recycled unless you broke a bone. And I knew people on crutches that still graduated. You're going to be okay. If you are injured, tell somebody. Your recruiters will say, don't go to the doctor unless you're dying. It's okay. Or if you need to go to the athletic trainer, it's okay. Just tell somebody that you are hurting, because you don't want it to be like where I'm at now, where I didn't know I had stress injuries because nobody told me. So I didn't have the proper care for them. Obviously I was on a profile and stuff, but I was still marching around and still doing all the stuff I probably shouldn't be doing. So now my ankle actually bothers me every so often, so I have an ankle brace. So just make sure if you're hurt, get it checked out. I would say fight against crutches if they want to give you crutches, just because that could set you back. But again, I knew people that were on crutches and graduated. So just, if you're hurt, go to the doctor. That's what I'm going to say about that. We also had an airman's time. Again, I don't know what the airman's time was, but in airman's time, I don't know if I've talked about it at all because I don't really remember what I said in other videos. But in airman's time, you just get to go and kind of free speak. You don't have to do your reporting statement. At least for us, what we did is everybody went in and our sergeant would be like, all right, group reporting statement, go. And we'd all be like, sergeant, trainee, blah, 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 reports as ordered. And that would be our reporting statement, so we could just free speak. And so that was really cool, and we would just talk about different scenarios and stuff that we would watch videos on. And that day we actually did weapons cleaning. So that was our first time cleaning weapons. I don't think I was there for that. I think I was doing laundry when we were doing weapons cleaning. So, yeah.
if you're in Alcatraz, don't volunteer for laundry crew, okay? Please do not. You will miss out on so much. If you're voluntold, I'm sorry. That sucks. But don't volunteer for laundry crew if you're in Alcatraz. In Disneyland, they actually have washers and dryers in your dorm. But in Alcatraz, you don't. You actually have 2 laundry rooms. Okay, I don't know what that weird focusing thing was, but you actually have 2 laundry rooms that are not enough washers and dryers for everybody. So you will be sitting down there for like 3-4 hours.
All right.
So this is the last day of week 3, and I have that it was a chill day, and we did our final appraisals. Really, on week 3 we did final appraisals? Interesting. Okay, well apparently we did final appraisals, which just they look through your locker and everything to make sure everything's good. Yeah, and then we just did RLA all day. Yeah, so week 3 actually wasn't bad. I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks because that's kind of the meat and potatoes of BMT. It's what everybody wants to do because week 4 was Seaburn, which is the gas chamber, which I have some stories for you guys for Seaburn. Because I do know some people are shipping out soon just based on my comments. Don't worry about Seaburn, okay? Simple. It's not as scary as you think it is. Week 5 was actually Christmas for me and final PT test. And then, week 5 was CADM. And then week 6 was Pacer. So that's what you guys have to look forward to kind of in the order. For those of you shipping out, I'm going to talk more in detail in my next videos. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this. It's been a long time coming. I promise you guys I did not forget, and I didn't. It's just taken me a while to get here. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button down below. It means the world to me to know you guys enjoy my content. And if you do enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button down below as well, because it lets me know you guys want to stick around. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.